A project that's been years in the making is taking a big step. As we reported yesterday, the federal government released a draft environmental impact study for a new I-10 bridge.
The bridge is aimed at alleviating all that heavy traffic going into the Bayway. The study is 2,000 pages.
That's a lot to comb through. And according to the study, the preferred route for the bridge would start at Virginia Street, cross the Mobile River just south of the Mobile Cruise Terminal, continues across Pinto Island and joins the center of the Bayway, which is where the Bayway would be widened to 4 lanes.
Now, there was a lot of excitement about this project, but one local lawyer is already gearing up for a fight.
That's right. Fox News reporter Renee Dials is live on the riverfront with that story. Renee?
Well, Lenise and Letitia, I am on the first platform here of the Mobile Convention Center. Now you can see Interstate 10 behind me. That's the exit onto Water Street, and just beyond that is the entrance to the Wallace Tunnel. Now when I drove through there just a few minutes ago to get to this location, the traffic was moving smoothly. But as anyone who lives in this area knows, that traffic can become very backed up around this time of day, especially during the summer months. Now, as you just mentioned, just a day after this federal study was released on a project that could potentially tackle this problem, solve this problem, already there's a talk of a lawsuit. The long-awaited I-10 bridge project is just starting to take off, but local attorney Herndon Inge says it's headed in the wrong direction.
Let's look at Mobile 30 years from now. We don't want that bridge over the central business district 30 years from now.
Inge says the bridge, which is intended to alleviate congestion in Mobile's outdated tunnels, threatens the view of the river for Mobile's central business district.
You walk out Governor Street Presbyterian Church and you're going to see 23, I don't know whether it's 3 feet higher than the Golden Gate Bridge or 23 feet higher than the Golden Gate Bridge, but that's what you're going to see when you walk out.
Inge says there's also concern many historic structures downtown could be affected by the construction project itself. Inge says even the Alabama Highway Department director has talked about the challenge of coming up with the money for the project. But Inge says if it goes that far, the state can expect a lawsuit.
Well, if they drive the first piling in the ground, Betsy Merritt is locked and loaded, and we're ready to file a lawsuit and say, Highway Department, follow your own guidelines. Follow your own studies.
Betsy Merritt is an attorney for the National Trust for Historic Preservation, a group that fights to save America's historic places. Inge says he won a lawsuit 30 years ago that forced the change in the I-165 connector, which originally was intended to extend all the way to I-10. Instead, it was brought to street level at Water Street. Now, Inge insists he is not against the bridge itself, but he says it should not be built on the current route under consideration. And he hopes there will be some dialogue and negotiation to come up with a solution that he says everyone can buy into. Reporting live from downtown Mobile, I'm Renee Dials for Fox 10 News.
All right.